All right. Greetings and salutations, Optimists. It is good to see you guys again. All right. So, just take a look at the market today, and we'll get the. Excuse me. Can you hear me? Okay. Before I get started, actually, I wanted to say that so yesterday at the end of the stream, we ended up in the evaluation up like $50 or something like that. And then in the simulator we were up like 312.50. But we actually ended up trading after the stream, and we got our evaluation up to positive 126. Our peak of the day on the evaluation was positive 154. But on the sim, we went positive 2,375. So it was actually pretty profitable day yesterday. Um, and we really took it easy. I'm kind of dealing with this whole thing where, like, if I trade on the micro, um and I make a positive trade, then I'm like, that should have been on the mini. But if I make trade on the micro and lose, then I'm like, oh, thank goodness I was in the micro. So it's kind of silly in that regard. But all that said, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. I was peeking at it earlier, and it looked like we were kind of trending upward, which is, you can see pretty evidently. I mean, it's like boom. But even with that upward trend, you can kind of see that there's a lot of chop in that process. Like, we're pretty much riding the 200 up. You can see we bounced off this 200 here. We bounced off it here, so we're riding the 200 as a support, and then also riding the 50 as well. So much closer to the 50, obviously, because it's a shorter time frame. But we bounced off the 50 here. We got that crossover sometime back here. Not even sure when. It was a while ago. Here's that cross. Oh, dude, this is actually the cross that happened yesterday. So we were trading. I was trading in this zone yesterday. Is that what is this? Oh no, this was this morning. At 1 o'clock in the morning. So 1 o'clock in the morning, we had the 5200 crossover, and we've pretty much been ripping upward all day. But a lot of chop in the process. Like, a lot of chop. So I'm definitely gonna be careful today. I'll probably take some warm-up trades in the sim. We've been kind of out of the Bollinger Band for a really long time, since 7 o'clock. So almost 30 minutes that we've been out of the Bollinger Band. So this to me looks like we're getting near a trend reversal toward the downside. But we've pretty much been ripping all day. That 200 acting as support would be not uncommon. But at the moment, not a lot of price range. You can see we're going from like 38.95 up to about 3,900. And 3,900 is you can see we have this resistance level here for quite a while. I don't know when we put it in, but we put it in some time ago, and then we have this red resistance line right here at 3,900, which we also put in quite some time ago. So the ES has been struggling for the last couple of weeks to get above 3,900. And yeah, I think we're about to head towards the downside. So all that said, let's do some trading. By the way, if y'all here, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join the email mailing list. Of course, link in the description for that. All right, let's do some trading. So we've got this 12 crossing above this 9 right here on the last candle and the previous candle. and we're tapping the 50. The 50 often acts as support, but in this particular case, I think that we're actually going to fall towards 200. Let's just take a little feeler trade. Drop this down to 3 ticks, just for safety's sake. Going short. As far as TTM goes, we've cooled down substantially. I don't know, where did we get that short filled? It's 38.96. Okay, so we got that trade. 3 ticks to the downside of the sim. Now going at negative 187.50. Let's jump into the evaluation as well. I don't know how much I'm actually going to trade in the evaluation today, just because of the chop, and I'm definitely not going for 7 ticks. And I'll probably stay on the micro. So fresh day. Let's see. Going short right there.
Order filled.
May regret that. I hope I don't. New candle starting now. Cutting it right there.
Order filled.
Hit a few ticks. Did 2 ticks to the down. After fees, comes out to 944. Can't believe I end up paying $10 on fees and 8 contracts. That's a lot. The fees are cheaper on the micro, but not by much, it seems. Okay. This little bounce that's happening right here, I don't think this is going to continue. You can see the 26 crossed above the 12. The 9 is also below the 12 as well. And what we're really looking at now is we've got this 50 here as support. And once this 50 breaks down, which I think it will, because you don't see the 35 is beginning to cross over the 9 the other direction as well. And we want the 35 below everything, below the 9 if we're going to see that move. So I actually think that this is going to drop down to about this 200 area here. Those are my thoughts on it. Might go like 5 ticks. I don't know if we can get an entrance here off of 38.95.
Order filled.
We're entered at 38.95. Look for a move down to 38.94.25. Cutting it there.
Order filled.
We made 1 tick off that, so we actually lost money because of fees. Kind of fell down anyway. I think it needs to stay to 3 ticks, which is worth very little, in my opinion. Hey, good morning. Good to see you. Very good to see you. It's kind of a slow day today. Wait for that full-on rollover. We should have momentum in a moment, I think. Momentum to the downside is what I'm guessing. I'd be looking, like I said, I'd be looking for this 200 to pretty much act as support. But we've been running all day, and I think it's time that we end up with a move to the downside. We haven't gotten much moves to the downside this whole way. We did get this one here, which dipped almost to the view app and came back up. But like I said, I was testing this theory where, oh, that's not the view up. Wait, what's this purple line here? Because this is the view up. What's this one? Oh, that's just the price where the view up is right now. It's not set up that way normally on my charts. Or maybe it is. Would you look at that? So we had this theory though some time ago about the 50 or the 200 crossing over the VWAP, if that made a difference towards bearish movement. It doesn't look like it does too much. It doesn't look like it matters. But it was worth the theory. Worth looking at. Okay, so we are getting that move to the downside. At least a little bit more heavy. Let's jump to, I'm going to jump to this chart here because I kind of like the way it's laid out a lot of the time. Now when this one fell over here, TTM only went -1. Currently, TTM is at -3. You can see the green dots are showing. So that means it's passing within the Bollinger Band. So this may actually get support for another test of 3,900. What I can tell you though is that it's choppy, very choppy. Like the price action, like is not. How do I put it? It's not very rangy. So we've got to essentially be scalping. At least that's my strat on this is to scalp. Because to me, that's what is making more sense. We got almost 30 seconds left from this candle. And as far as the TTM goes, we've stepped into almost the 5.0 range. We are pulling back towards that 200 moving average. And we're just trading on the micro right now to kind of develop a cushion on the day. It's funny because I got in short right here, and I actually really thought that this was going to go down to where it's at now, but essentially because we keep like on this one too, I also went short, and then we ripped up on this candle, so I ended up cutting it with it for very, very tiny profit, but with the fees it was actually a loss. And then it's like we rip up, and this would be a nice one to go short too, but it's the range of the candle itself that's making it very challenging to trade, because the patterns just aren't there. We're really not seeing the patterns as very well. This was the ABCD pattern, but we're really not seeing patterns formulate very well. And on days like this, you really need to kind of sit back and chill. I should say on days like this, I need to sit back and chill and take movements that I can really understand and really really expect a certain result. With this doji right here at the bottom by this 200 moving average, that to me implies that we may actually find support here at this 200 moving average and bounce back up. Especially there's that, and then there's the green dots in the Bollinger Band as well. I would not be surprised if I saw the TTM fill up and turn yellow right here, maybe at this candle or the next. I don't know if I'll stream that long today. To be honest, I'm pretty tired. Been doing gym at Getting up like 3 o'clock in the morning for jam at 4. And that is tiring. I go with my son. Yeah, it's kind of challenging. He's like a teenager, so he's all like ball of energy. All right. I'm pretty confident that this is gonna this might bounce here. All the indicators on the moving averages tell me no, but the TTM says yes. I was expecting a yellow candle on the TTM, like I said, either on this candle or the next. So what I'd be really looking for is basically for the candles to get above the green, the 50 EMA, and then I can see us getting a test of the highs at that point. High being 39.05, but remember that we have strong resistance at 3900, and I'm going to actually mark this in here because I don't think it's marked. I think it's marked previously. I don't know how to, like, if there's a way that I can have a line just extend all the way to the left and all the way to the right on Trade of 8. I don't see a way. Okay, so we are getting that bounce off that 200 moving average. Like I said, the 50 is going to be the area to really watch. What's up, Tiny? You did it again. YouTube is not giving you notifications anymore. I don't know, man. I've heard of a lot of people have that same problem. I don't know what that's about. Glad to see you here, though. I appreciate you showing up. Big rejection off of there. Wow. Okay. So rejecting at 38.94.50, 38.95 area. Let's get that 38.95 drawn in because we also don't have that. Pretty strong zone there. Whatever that is. I don't want that. Okay, so we did drop below that 200. I wouldn't be surprised if this fills back up. These shorts fill, but I don't know. Like I said, I think that 50 is going to be one of the strongest areas of resistance. But it could actually just be that this 200 is the strongest areas of resistance. The 200 moving average is by far one of the strongest areas of support and resistance that I've been able to come across as far as the moving average goes. The 50 is the same, but it's a little more forgiving than the 200 is. Dropping below VWAP now. Solid move to the downside. Switching over to 5 ticks, that is. And I'll be looking for a short, I guess, off the VWAP. Although with the TTM and the Bollinger Band, and should I say that with the TTM and the BB? Less syllables there. With the TTM and the BB, I don't know. I'll feel it out, see how it feels. But with the TTM switching yellow, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence right now, and it makes sense because it's incredibly choppy today. So what I'll look for as confirmation of a move to the downside is resistance on this 200 moving average. So if we come up, we test this and fail, then I would say that we are switching to the downside of the day. We're at 745, 750-ish. So we're coming up on the top of the hour. We're 10 minutes away from the top of the hour. We've got what looks to be 2 yellow TTMs in a row, which this is looking more like it's going to bounce here. Let's see. Look for an entry, actually, for a long. See if we can get in like right here. Meow, 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 meow. Nope, I don't like that entry anymore. I'm going to cut that. And there's 20 seconds left in this candle. There's that pullback, so that would have put us in. Bam, 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 bam. Today would be like anticipating these choppy moves. It's like surfing today. All right, we got another yellow on the GTM here, so that entry wouldn't have been bad actually. Could look for an entry off the 9. Joining the bid there.
Order filled.
Looking for a move back up to 38.94 is our exit. We got a pretty decent entry. Really close. We even tapped our sell order. Time. Okay, this candle's done. For a move upward on this next candle. Not, we're gonna cut it quick. Come on, push up.
Order
There
filled.
we go. All right. That puts us up 48.32 on the day. Trading the micro right now, basically because I'm trying to keep my risk small and grow from there. Let's get that cushion going. We ended yesterday up $126 in the evaluation and $2,375 in the sim. So pretty decent day yesterday. I want to turn today into a decent day, especially with all this chop going on. But the reason why I took this trade had to do a lot with the TTM, and also had to do with the bounce off this VWAP here, as well as the push up through the 200 moving average. So we had quite a few areas to play off of for that trade going long. I do kind of wish I took that one that was the bounce off the 200 moving average, but we ended up getting a 5-tick trade anyway. So this one would have filled here and sold like right there. And we did end up getting that 5-tick trade anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But so far, all green trades. This one technically was a green trade, but Canada was a loss because of fees. So we ended up losing like $1 on that trade there. Let's see if this continues to fall down. VWAP now is the area of support. We do have the TTM though. That's looking pretty good with it. I'm going to switch it over to TOS real fast because I really like using TOS sometimes for interpretation of the charts. Very clean charts. What I like about them. Okay, so TTM. Take a look. We got our reversal here, or I should say our beginning reversal right there at negative 5.6 on the TTM. We built up buying pressure all the way to negative 2. It's still in the negative zone, and I'm seeing the red and green dot flash, so we're passing in and out of the Bollinger Band. And we did bounce off that VWAP pretty well. We got a possible crossover indicator showing up on TOS's side. And zooming in here a little bit, it looks like our 35 has actually crossed back above our 26. So that gives us indication for potentially continued bullish momentum even more momentum to the upside. I can tell you with this 50 and this 200 getting this close together though. So the 50s at 38.95 or so, and the 200s at 38.91. So they're only about $4 apart, as opposed to like say back here where you could see like it was at like 38.90 and this was down at 38.84 or so. So you can see essentially that the divergence is a little bit more, not that much though, really. But where they're located on the chart and the directions that they're facing really matters too. This one's pointing in the downward, this one's pointing in the upward. You can clearly see that they're going to come up for some sort of test. TTM now at negative 1.5, 2 red dots. 35 clearly crossed above 26. And the 50s popping up in front of everything. Whew. Choppy day, man. Really choppy. By the way, if y'all want to try to earn funding yourself in the futures market, check out Elite Trader Funding. There's a link in the description. If you use that link and promo code JSBEST, you'll actually get 25% off for life. And Elite Trader Funding is really, really cool. You get to keep first $12,500 in profit. You get to keep 100% of that. After that's an 80-20 split. In my opinion, they have some of the best deals on the market. This 50K eval at 165 is you get 25% off for life. And you can actually take a lot of contracts in here. You can take 8 contracts in the mini or 80 micros with a profit target of only 3,000. This one here, if you're trading the mini, took all 8 of your contracts and took 5 tick trades, and you would only need 7 5-tick trades in a row, or it doesn't have to be in a row, but 7 without taking any losses in order to earn funding. So it's really, in my opinion, this one's one of the easier ones that there is. Or if you want to go to the inexpensive side and you think you can do it in a short amount of time, you get 14 calendar days. Basically, you get 2 weeks. You can pass one of the fast tracks. No discounts on the fast tracks because they're already really cheap. But these guys, everything only has a minimum of 5 days to trade to earn your funding, which I think is really cool. To only make people trade for 5 days, and if they hit their profit target, then they're funded. That's quick. So, but yeah, if y'all are trying to earn some funding, check them out. TTM continuing to stack towards the upside. The 35 crossing above the 26 for that upward trend to continue. 1, 2, and then a few over here, like 3 or 4 total tests of the volume and average price. The 50 and the 200 are getting really close together. So I'm maybe looking for a potential trend reversal at like 8 o'clock or so, around the top of the hour, which we're about to hit like right now. So this is kind of, in my opinion, the moment of truth, because 8 o'clock or the top of the hour at most of the hours is pretty pivotal. There we go. Because it's usually when we get a big volume spike. 9 below 12, which is bearish. 12 below 26, also bearish. 35 above 26, bullish. 50 above 200, bullish. And everything above VWAP, bullish. And TTM flipping over to the bullish side. So we have more bullish indicators than bearish. But right now we have mixed signals. And because we have that, and because like when we look at the day, like obviously we're trending upward, but throughout the day, like we've had these like big rips down and just a lot of choppiness, which is why I'm going so slow today. And if you're able to like see through this and just be like, oh, that's trade, and just make a bunch of trades that are profitable, then good on you. But if that's not you, I would recommend going slow, taking your time, being patient. Slow and slightly green is better than fast and really red. The 26 is getting closer to the 12, and it doesn't look like the 12 is really dropping. We've got this cyan switch here, but outside the Bollinger Band. So it's kind of in those like, what do you do? Where do you trust it? Take a feeler trade here in the sim. Feeler trades at 3 ticks. Did get that. Up 375 in the sim. That's mainly because we take 5 contracts of the mini in the sim. So each tick is worth 62.50. Getting that cyan switch outside the Bollinger Band. 26 is close to the 12. The 9 is still at the 12, but kind of crossing over it. Switching over to the evaluation. Gonna zoom in here just a little bit. And how much time we got left in this candle? We got 45 seconds, so quite a bit of time. Looking for a long. Ooh, missed that entry. See if we can find another one. Maybe off this 35 here.
Order filled.
May have to cut this. Probably do need to cut this. We're looking for 38.90. Basically, we're looking for a test 38.95. We've got 7 seconds left in this candle. Holding red right now. Didn't cut it basically because of the TTM and the crossover that's near. So that's why we didn't cut it yet. We're trading the micro, and at times I've been grateful that we're trading the micro. Looks like we're rejecting the 50 here. What's cyan doing, or what's the TTM doing? Not much. Gotta cut that.
Order filled.
It puts us down $112 on the day. That was a pretty big loss. Got in at 93.50. Got out at 89. Wow, that was a lot. Okay. Rejection off that 50 and dropping below VWAP right past the top of the hour, about 5 minutes past. And TTM failed. And that probably, that makes a lot of sense because it was outside of the Bollinger Band. The crossover failed as well. We're above VWAP on TOS, below VWAP on Trade-Evade. I think that we're switching over to the bearish side now. I think we're trend reversing. Two seconds, 1 second, new candle now. I want to short this, but I don't know if it's ready to be shorted yet, especially with that big red wick. I think that we're going to see some shorts fill up here. Right at VWAP. It's like not really a trade zone. A lot of like really big wicks here. Where's the new TTM at? TTMs haven't confirmed yet. Ten seconds left in this candle. Sorry to hear that, Tiny. Pulling back up to the view app. Looking like a potential short here. Time. Yeah, that was a short. When you trade the micros, man, I feel like you need to like take almost like slightly larger swings just because of the contract fees. Joining the ass there.
Order filled.
Going short. We're below the 50. We're below the VWAP. Basically looking for that downward trend reversal. Sitting right at break even at the moment. Going for 7 ticks to the downside, which won't put us back in profit, but it will put us in the right direction. Come on. And new candle. Wow. It's like not wanting to drop, not wanting to fill. I'm gonna change this trade here. So choppy today. We got that doji at the bottom, which you guys know I hate. We changed our order. I gotta stick to 3 ticks today, which is lame. Seven seconds left on this, and of course we're filling. Heck. Gotta cut that.
Order filled.
That's frustrating. Took a loss of $200 today. So we basically gave back everything that we made yesterday, and yeah, it's definitely like I don't know, it feels too choppy to trade. Really, in my opinion, probably should have just walked away with my $50 in profit and called it good. Um, you're reading this both. I'm red in both a live trade and one share live and 10 short on paper. Sorry to hear that, Tiny. I don't know why. This is like not. I can't get rid of your comment. Your comment's here to stay. Wow. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Kind of a short stream today, but the market's just so choppy that it's just not really worth trading, honestly. So we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll take another stab at it. Kind of upset about those last two trades, to be completely honest. Just because we were positive 50 on the day through the chop, and neither of those followed the chart patterns, followed the indicators. But it happens like that sometimes, nothing is ever 100%. No chart pattern is 100%. No indicator is 100%. And even if you have a solid trade plan, still, not always going to be 100% with that. And sometimes I end up taking bigger losses just because I don't want to have such a hard stop. Because a lot of times, I'll set that hard stop and then it'll just get stopped out and it'll rip right back up. And so, or it'll rip right over whatever the direction I was going. Excuse me. So if y'all are going to continue to trade, be careful, just go slow and take your time. We're up 375 in the sim, which is great, but you can see we had this like momentum candle, and then we had this other momentum candle, and then we just didn't. Like, oh, that's all the momentum. We're gonna switch it now. So yeah, very, very choppy, very frustrating day. So it stays like this. So you just want to just take it slow. Be sure you check out the links in the description. If y'all want to try to earn funding in the futures market, check out Elite Trader Funding. Link in the description. Use promo code JSBESD to get a lifetime discount off your monthly. And make sure you join our email list. We're trying to grow our email list right now. And the email list will help you in case you're having weird notification issues. You'll get a link directly to this stream. So, and then we also eventually are going to start emailing about other stuff as well, mainly like digital entrepreneurship, other side hustles, other ways to like make money as well outside of just trading. So I'm a very multifaceted entrepreneur, and I'd like to introduce you guys to some of those ideas, and maybe one of them will resonate with you and you'll find a new side hustle. So, all right, y'all. I love and appreciate you, and we will see you guys tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 market time. Much love and appreciation. Have an amazing day. We love you, Optimists. Peace.